It's got a stock 4.8 with a single turbo on it. It's on bags and 20-inch wires. It's got a purple flaked roof.
I knew I liked you.
I was like LS and everything. Here, what's your favorite car movie?
Favorite car movie? Naturally, I want to say Days of Thunder, but going back, I'd almost have to go OG Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
That movie came out at just the right time. Like I
wasn't
quite driving yet. It was like, oh, this is the coolest thing ever. And you leave the theater and all the Hondas and everything are out there doing burnouts, and you're just like, cool.
That was that was a crazy time. It was a crazy time. That movie is listed and will go down in history as one of the top movies to change automotive culture.
Yeah.
There we go.
Showtime.
It's showtime. All right, guys, welcome to episode 106 of the Drag Driver Pete Show, presented by Summit Racing.
And then WAF Racing will hit this video, and then we'll be able to bring Donovan on.
Have you ever wished you could fit your toolbox in the palm of your hand, or really needed that extra set of hands while making a jet change at the track? At WAF Racing, we specialize in designing and manufacturing top-tier automotive tools that are made strong to withstand travel, yet lightweight not to slow you down. Tested in-house and at the track by the team at WAF Racing, every part is made by racers for racers. From compact toolkits, carburetor top hats, or spark plug storage containers, our tools are precision engineered and manufactured in the USA. Made of the strongest materials, every piece strikes the perfect balance of durability and dependability. Maybe you need something custom just for you. We do that too. You need WAF Racing in the passenger seat for your next drag racing event. Head over to wafracing.com today to take your racing experience to the next level. WAF Racing. Design, build, race.
Man, I can't wait to hang out with Chris Wozniak soon. I'm going to be able to see him. If not at Six Summer, we'll be hanging out at his place when Six Smokies rolls through. Melissa and I are going to make the trip over to Nashville and hang out with those guys.
That'll be fun.
All right, well, let's bring on Mr. Donovan Lynwood. Let's, I want to say thanks. Again, this is kind of just happened out of, the quickness here. Messaged you, I think, yesterday or today, asking if you can come on. Man, this is going to be a good time because you keep saying you're a quiet guy, but do you let your car do the talking? Is that what happens? Is that what's going on?
I guess so, yeah. Not much of a talker, just kind of like to do things.
There you go. Well, man, tell us who you are, and I want to talk about where you live first, because that's probably one of the hardest things about Drag and Drive.
All right, I'm Donovan. I'm up here in Centralia, Washington, kind of out and away from everything.
Yeah, definitely not close to any drag and drives except now. The last couple of years, you've had a couple come up close.
Yeah, we had the Olympic Drag and Drive Olympic Streetcar Shootout. That popped up close. Redwood Rally, that one's pretty close. Nice day drive. Nothing like cross country like I'm used to.
Right, because you've done a lot of Rocky Mountain Race Week stuff. So for the folks listening at home, here's kind of our plan. We're going to do some like history, car build, stuff like that in this first segment, and then we're going to do another ad read for Performer Built, and then we're going to talk about your drag and drive history. Tell us, man, like what do you do for your day job, and what does a guy like you daily drive?
So I am a painter at Braun Northwest. They're an ambulance manufacturer. I run the paint shop there. Been there quite a while now. Daily driver. I have a Dodge Neon SRT4.
Oh, sweet, dude. That's awesome. I would not have pictured you for that. I don't know what I pictured you daily driving, but it wasn't a SRT4 Neon.
Yeah, my first car that I played with back in high school was a 86 GLHT Omni. So kind of
nice
turbo Dodge life, and SRT4 is something I always wanted. So got one.
Yeah. And talk about a car that's fun to drive like that. Man, they make great noises. And they do great front wheel drive burnouts, and
you'll get good gas mileage.
Yeah. I want to talk about this car, man, because that's really Eric and I have been talking about the last few weeks, kind of hit and miss here, updating through the build. But I want to start way back. So I dug through your Facebook to see how far I could find cars. And then I come across this. Is this the same car? And tell some history of it.
Absolutely. Same car. So I bought it back in 2018 or 19. As the white is how you see it when I first got it. And it has been through so many different variations. It's not even funny. Everything from a stock bottom end 5.3, pushing it with everything I could, to what it is now.
Man, it has definitely had some different iterations. The new is it paint? Is it a wrap? What do you?
It is paint. It is a
Wow.
Killer Shift Pearl from DID Spade. It's over black, and
So
Man, that's cool.
did you have somebody paint it or did you paint it?
nope, I painted it. I've painted it both
I
times.
figured you would.
He's a painter by day. He ain't gonna have anybody else paint it.
Right? I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. So you've had it since like 18 or 19. So you said like a stock bottom M53. Did you buy it that way, right? Or
Nope.
was it?
I bought it when I bought it. It was just a roller. I had a turbo small block Ford in it before I got it. Had the 850 cage in it, and yeah, those wheels are about the only thing left from the original what I got with the car.
Nice. Yeah, that's the way it goes, man. So what different power plants and stuff have you had in it?
So I had that 5.3 in it for several years. Had a 408, a Thompson Motorsports 408 in it. I've had anywhere from an On3 83 millimeter ball bearing turbo, from an S475, I had an S480 on there. I think that's it before I got the. Oh no, I had an 88 mil. My last one was a Borg 88, and then now I have a Garrett 88 mil on it.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, I love the underglow. This thing is it just looks right with the paint color and the underglow, man. It's awesome. So what's the powertrain in it now?
It is a Dart Block 427. It's got a TA ported trick flow 245 heads on it.
It gets down, is what you're saying.
We're hoping. Went to a solid setup this year. Last year I had a pretty rough year. Kept hurting heads and couldn't really figure out why. Have some ideas, but heavy valve train was kind of what we were thinking for what I was trying to do. So got away from the LS7 head, went back to a cathedral port and solid roller, and hopefully we can make this last a little bit longer.
Interesting. Trans setup and stuff?
It's a Power Glide, and just got a gear vendor on it this year, so hopefully that will be nice.
That'll help. So
Can't even test it yet.
right with it, did you go deeper rear gear, or did you
Nope.
keep this?
It's kept all my gearing the same. Before I was just kind of gear bound at that 65 area. Hopefully I can pick that up now.
And now you'll be like Rich Guido, 75 or 80.
I'm hoping so. Cut some of these drives down. Tired of them 14-hour drive days.
Oh man, yeah, that is for sure. Well, one of the big things, again, we've been following this for a while. What really kicked off was the upgrade you started in September. And sorry, here back to the photos here. For the folks that are listening on the podcast, you're looking at the car with like an 850 cage laying in the floor. And it's gutted next to it. So walk us through kind of the updates that you started at in September, and Eric and I'll just sit here and listen to you talk for 45 minutes.
So last year I ran a national event and ended up getting booted for not having enough cage in it. So I figured it was finally time to get rid of the 850, even though it's mainly an 8th mile car, very, very little quarter mile. For the most part, it's an okay. So I decided to go to the 750 cage. It had a super heavy thick wall mild steel cage in it, 850 cage. So far I had it on scales early, but so far it's looking like the car might be a little bit lighter with the 750 chromoly in it. It's a more cage. It's just the 25.5 core kit. It was super nice kit for somebody who's never done something like that before. It was fairly idiot proof. So
that's awesome.
I gotta give props to him for that. A little bit of changes that I did just because I wanted bars a little bit different, but for the most part, it went right in. Almost too tight sometimes because, let's face it, I'm not that great of a welder, so had to call in some buddies for help on that.
Man, that's awesome.
Well, I had that all cut apart. I kind of got told by several people, as they said, well, if you ever want a mini tub it, now's the time to do it. It's never going to be this easy. So started cutting those out. Got a hold of my buddy Joey Saboku with STL Fab, made up the wheel tubs.
Are you saying while you're in there?
Yeah.
While I'm in there. While I'm in there.
While I'm in there doing all that, I decided to cut torque boxes out, do torque boxes. Once again, it was never going to be that easy of a time to do that. So cut that all apart and started doing that. And that kind of just evolved into the whole back half of the car changing.
Yeah, certainly. So you narrowed the rear axle a few inches, you said?
Yep. So going back to that national event again, I put 275s on the car. I had to raise the car a lot more than I wanted to. Screwed with all my angles, just made the car not happy. I figured if I was in there doing all that, might as well narrow it. That way I can fit a 275 under it with ease. A little bit bigger drive tire for drag and drive stuff also. Just hopefully things work a little bit better back there.
Right. What gear do you run in it now?
I run a 355.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So that'll be awesome with the gear vendor.
Yeah.
You'll be loving life.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, that and a taller drive tire will definitely help. Man,
Yeah.
yeah, you really, I think Eric and I probably said a few times that it's the while I'm in there stuff that generally gets you pretty tough, you know. But this is a great upgrade. Going to this cage, what does that allow you in the eighth?
Honestly, I'm not quite sure.
It'd be faster than what you have been so far, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, because I think you can go 135 miles an hour with an 850 cage in the eighth. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
so. Yeah, I know it's a
Yeah.
5:30 or 5:39 or something like that is the 8th mile time.
Gotcha. I was trying to look up. I had your stuff pulled up here from earlier, and I think you had been some low fives in the past, right?
Yes, I have been a 5.0 on repeat for 3 years now. I've been at a
Bastards.
5.0, and I've ran several 5.000s.
Oh,
I've ran them at 147, and I've ran them at 133. So
oh,
it's just
that's tough.
something here and there every single time.
That is tough. So, looking at a lot of stuff, you've done a lot of rowdy radial. Why do you choose the 235 tire? Do you just like to do
So,
hard?
so the local class that I run that kind of got me building the car before I started doing drag dive stuff is a 8.5 Outlaw. So I kind of just built the car around that, which kind of hinders me in drag and drive stuff, I feel, because my weight and turbo choice, I'm very stuck to stay legal for that class. So there's a lot of things I could change if I was strictly a rowdy radial car versus what I
Right.
do an Outlaw 8.5.
Well, and I think that's one thing that Matt has done really well across most of the classes is he doesn't make it. There's not so many rules that you're okay. Well, I'm only building this for X class. You can still go race some other stuff. You've done pretty well at Rocky Mountain, right? Like
Yeah.
some
Yep,
podium finishes and stuff, right?
Yep, I have a 1, 2, and 3 place or third place. So yep, I've got pretty much all those.
So with the new setup, so for folks that don't know, Rowdy Radial is a 235 class that's run at Rocky Mountain Race Week. It's the only 8th mile class within Rocky Mountain Race Week. And really, man, it's one of the funnest classes to watch because those tires look so small when you start looking at everybody else's stuff. Pat Cook in here saying, and and you kicked a stock F-150's butt.
Rowdy Radial Shootout Final.
Yeah, right. How fun. Well, yeah, I'm telling you, the 235 class is one of my favorite ones that's out there for sure. So we talked about quick CT. What about goals for the new setup?
Honestly, I'm not going to shoot a huge goal if it stays together and I can keep it more reliable. And I want in the fours. That's been my fight for 3 straight years now. I want that 4. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much my goal. Keep it
That's
together.
awesome. Keep it together and finish, and don't have anything wild happen because this is your first time out.
Yeah, that's that's a long ways to go. My first time out. This is the farthest behind the ball I've been ever. So it's kind of.
You did drive it the other day, though, right?
I did. Yeah, drove it. And it's been on the dyno
Bro.
already. So hey.
You're fine.
Oh yeah.
You're fine. It'll be good. I want to talk about wiring just real quick, and then we'll get back to some more fun, normal stuff. The wiring in this car, man, look at the amount of stuff that's there. And then you're on a Dominator, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So did you rewire the car when you started all this work as well?
Yep, that's another thing that's been changed several times. I didn't rewire a whole lot of it. I had to do a lot of moving because the X bar went right through my electrical panel, so I had a lot of moving, but not a whole lot of changes wiring wise this time, but just moving.
That's awesome. And then the Dominator setup that could take care of anything you'd ever want to do with this car, I would imagine, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm using half the inputs.
That's cool. That's cool, man. The car looks so good. That color is just right, especially on a 235 tire. Man, it looks so good. I want to get back to the shot view outside. Maybe no, I didn't put it in. It must be in the second half conversation. Man, yeah, you've had some fun for sure. Well, let's talk about other stuff. Eric, I'll let you talk for a minute.
Yeah. So, do you have any other fun cars in the garage or other projects?
I got more projects than I know what to do with. I got the wife's car, that Mustang in that picture right there, the black one. That's the wife's car. We put it together 2 years ago now. It's this year. It's got a NA60 in it, and just something for her to have fun with. She's my co-pilot, so naturally she wanted to start racing. Hasn't done any of the big events yet. She does Redwood Rally, but I ain't ready to let her go do Rocky Mountain yet because I don't want to lose her as my co-pilot.
Yeah.
It's having someone that knows what's going on at an event like that is absolutely priceless. So not ready to let her do one of those events. We got a 64 Buick Lasaber. It's got a stock 4.8 with a single turbo on it. It's on bags and 20-inch wires. It's got a purple flaked roof.
I knew I liked you.
I was like LS and everything.
Oh yeah.
I feel the same way.
Bunch of other projects, far projects. Got a 64.5 Mustang. Obviously, I still have that Omni. It's one of those cars that never go anywhere.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Any plans with that, or do you drive it at all?
Which one?
The Omni.
No, it is actually in timeout. So it's been in timeout for a bit. It's got the typical 80s car wiring garbage. Bunch of molded plugs, bunch of wires broke at the molded plugs. So it's been in timeout until I can get a harness. I actually got an SRT4 motor for it, and as soon as I can figure out how to run it on something else, it'll probably end up going in there.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, so here's the shot of her car there. I knew I had a better picture of it, and then a better shot of your car.
So her car just bone stock 6.0.
It has the the sloppy stage 2 cam in it. That's for the most part. That's it. Some home ported heads. I think our fastest on road to rally last year was an 11:49. The car is just built wrong. We built it as a turbo car, then we decided kind of last minute to change and not put a turbo on it. So it's got a 180 glide in it, 180 first gear glide and a 355 rear gear, and then she runs it on a 28-10.5. So leaving with everything we possibly can, it goes from 5,500 on the brake to 2,300.
Oh,
so
ouch.
it's all wrong. It's not set up right, but you know, she's out there, she's having fun, she's having a blast, hot lapping it, pull up to a gas pump, put fuel in it. It's a problem-free car. So that's super nice when doing these events and people are getting into it. So
well, and when you have this car to be hey, I don't want to touch it. I just want you to go make passes.
Yeah.
How fun. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, super
cool.
Cool.
We don't want to turn her loose on Rocky Mountain yet in her own car, because dude, 1,300 miles can be that's for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have done several together. It's pretty awesome to see
from
you
the
guys.
beginning. She's been there from the beginning.
Well, I noticed on one of the pictures Mike had shared earlier that it looks like you were or have done one of the NHRA drag and drive events.
Yep, we've done it 23 and 24 up here in Seattle.
Gotcha. Okay. How was that?
It was fun. It's just a good time, just being there, being at the track, being at that event. The amount of people that come and talk to you, because we're just different than everything there. So people just love it. Like I don't know, it's cool to be there and have people just so excited and interested in what you're doing. The first year I came rolling in, I had my trailer, and I always fly 2 flags behind my trailer, and some of like the pro teams are out there taking pictures and everything. It's like that's neat.
Yeah,
and
and
I was gonna say, we say all the time that that's a great event for bringing in new people. Obviously, there's tons of drag racing fans at that event that still don't know what drag and drive is. So having them to be able to come up and talk to you and understand what it is that we do and why it's so much fun is super good for the community.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and NHRA really takes care of folks. You know, we did after Drag Week, Mike Glenby put together one at the NHRA deal in Charlotte, and like they had a whole area where everybody worked out of their trailer and all that kind of stuff for the weekend. It was really cool to go in there and see all the folks walk by and be like, "Wait, you drove this 1,000 miles this week? What are you, crazy?"
Yeah, Joey there, he's got the 2J240. He did the NHRA event with us, and he's call him showstopper. He did a pretty good oil down, scattered that thing pretty well.
Hey, sometimes that happens, man.
It does.
Sometimes that happens. Yeah, that's when street cars get a bad name. They're like, oh man, but hey, those race cars hang it out too. That's funny. Well, all right, let's pivot just a little bit. I want to talk about some fun driving stuff. I want to hear, and I got this question from the guys over at Oil and Whiskey podcast, but what's your favorite law enforcement interaction story?
That's a tough one. I don't really know.
There's been so many.
Yeah, right. Most of them bad. That was kind of that unlucky one. So Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to say specifically with this car, one of the first times I got it out after it was painted, Stater pulled me over and comes walking up, and of course he has to give the you don't have a front plate on that thing, kind of pulling that whole gig, and ended up he just wanted to look at the car, started asking a bunch
Nice.
of questions about it, and that was pretty much all he wanted. So that
Yeah.
was one of the few times I got pulled over that it wasn't very expensive.
Right. Yeah. We've lived that life for sure.
Well, another kind of random question here. What's your favorite car movie?
Favorite car movie? Naturally, I want to say Days of Thunder, but going back, I'd almost have to go OG Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Dude.
That movie came out at just the right time. Like I
Yeah.
wasn't quite driving yet. It was like, oh, this is the coolest thing ever. And
Yeah.
you leave
Yeah,
the
I
theater
wonder-
and all the Hondas and everything are out there doing burnouts, and you're just like, cool.
Yeah. That was man, that was a crazy time. It was a crazy time. That movie is listed and will go down in history as one of the top movies to change automotive culture.
Yep. Gone in 60 Seconds is another one of my favorites.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I really think with like between, because that was like a whole time for automotive. Cars were cool then. Now they're cool now, even cooler now. But is it because of that? Did it take 20 years from that and all the other car movies that have come from that, to do what we're doing now?
And another random one that we like to ask: what's your favorite road trip snack when you're on drag and drive?
When I'm on the events, even traveling on the events, whatever, my wife is what makes me eat. I am too busy and too preoccupied, so I actually had to ask her that question, and
Nice.
she told me gummy worms. That was my go-to. So
That's funny. Yeah, Melissa, the same way. She'll come up to me and she'll be like, she'll put something in my hand. Eat this now.
Yep.
Eat this now.
that's exactly. I wouldn't survive these if it wasn't for her. Drink water. Eat this. It's like, all right.
Right? Oh, how much water have you had today? I don't know if I've had any. Please drink this.
Yeah, well, there's water and energy drinks, right? Somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, those are good for you, especially about 4 o'clock when you've been on the road all day in a hot. Awesome. All right. Well, so for everybody that knows, we're gonna kind of stop here with the car stuff, and we're gonna move into kind of your drag and drive history after we do the ad read for Performer Built transmissions. Well, guys, listen, we can't do this without you. I need a favor. I need you to go hit the share button right now. This show is going to be packed with race car friends all night long and a ton of drag and drive updates. So just want to say thanks for being our race car friends and being out there. We appreciate you guys and our sponsors, man. We can't do this without them. Summit Racing, Deech Works, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, WAF Racing, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Change 3D, Power Tube TV, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk Classified. Y'all, if you're trying to spend some money on some car parts or some super sweet swag, jump in there and get your stuff at any of those spots right there.